Welcome to Season 8 of High School Quiz Show Maine, where 16 schools from across the state are competing to be this year's champion and take home the $1,000 prize for their school's project graduation. In our third qualifying match, it's the Black Bears of Maranacook High School taking on the Raiders of Fryeburg Academy. That's coming up next on High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by Energy is about more than just keeping the lights on. It's about living life. As parents, friends, and teammates, Unitil is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine. Unitil, more than a utility, part of your community.
From whoops to uh-oh to oh no. Safety insurance can help you manage life's storms, even the indoor kind.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been dedicated to keeping New Englanders at the heart of what they do. That means investing in communities they serve and supporting families and businesses. You matter more.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Season 8 of High School Quiz Show Maine. I'm your host, Todd Gutner. Once again, we have 16 schools competing to be the Season 8 champion and take home the $1,000 grand prize for their school's project graduation. In our third match, we have two schools that are each looking for their first trip to the championship. The Black Bears of Maranacook and Reedfield are making their second appearance on Quiz Show, having been with us last season. But the Raiders of Fryeburg Academy are hoping their very first time includes a trip to the finals. Let's get things going by meeting the teams. For Maranacook, we have Carter, Sawyer, Rocco, and Eli, with alternate Jonathan, and they're coached by Rachel Smith. And for Fryeburg, we have Quentin, Aisha, Lillian, and Peter, and they're coached by Joe Minich. The competition has 4 rounds: the toss-up round, the head-to-head round, the category round, and the fun lightning round. We'll start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points, and this is the only round with no point deductions for wrong answers. Players must wait for me to complete the question, and if one team answers incorrectly, the other team will be given a chance to answer. Okay, Maranacook, okay, Fryeburg, we're off and going here. Here's the first question. Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie are members of what cartoon family created by Matt Groening? Sawyer, Maranacook.
The Simpsons?
That's right. An activity where people sing popular songs to a pre-recorded backing music track is known by what Japanese name that means empty orchestra? Peter, Fryeburg.
Karaoke.
Karaoke, yes. Frogs, toads, and salamanders are members of which class of vertebrates that live on land and in the water? Go ahead, Sawyer.
Amphibians.
Amphibians is right. A 7-book fantasy series by C.S. Lewis is known as the Chronicles of what fictional land? Sawyer again.
Narnia.
You got it again. Up next, we have a picture question, so take a look at the monitor. It's right there. Nicknamed Satchmo and one of the most influential figures in jazz, this trumpeter and vocalist is best known for songs like What a Wonderful World, La Vie en Rose, and A Dream, a Little Dream of Me. Name this legendary musician. Eli, Maranacook.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong, right. What unfortunate woman in Greek mythology was turned into a spider by the goddess Athena? Carter?
Arachne.
Arachne is also right. An important route during the westward expansion of the 19th century, which 2,000-mile trail started in Missouri and passed through Kansas, Nebraska, Wyoming, and Idaho on the way to the Pacific Northwest. Go ahead, Sawyer.
The Oregon Trail.
The Oregon Trail is also right. The men's T20 World Cup, which was hosted by the United States and the West Indies in 2024, is an international competition in which sport? Eli?
Cricket.
Cricket is right. The 2024 documentary film Union tells the story of workers at what corporation attempting to form a union at the Staten Island, New York warehouse where they were employed? Go ahead, Carter.
Amazon.
Amazon, yes. Next up, we have a video question. So again, the monitor.
I'm Aislinn Sarnacki, host of Borealis on Maine Public. And here's my question for you. Maine is home to 9 species of snakes, all non-poisonous. But up until the mid-1800s, there was one species that was poisonous that you could find in the wild. What is that snake?
Sawyer, Maranacook.
Cottonmouth.
That's incorrect. Fryeburg, you want to give it a shot? It's a timber rattlesnake. Oh my God. All right, here's the next question. In William Shakespeare's play A Midsummer Night's Dream, which character appears in Act 3 with the head of a donkey? Lillian?
Puck.
Incorrect. Maranacook? Nick Bottom. You guys knew it, huh? Next question. H2SO4 is the chemical formula for what oily liquid? We got in there. Carter, go for it.
Olive oil.
That's incorrect. Fryeburg, you want to try? It's sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. According to the American Kennel Club, which breed of retriever, named for a region of Canada, was the most popular dog breed in the U.S. for 31 consecutive years? In 2022 and 2023, it ranked second to the French Bulldog. Rocco.
Newfoundland.
Incorrect. Fryeburg, you want to try?
Golden Retriever.
You got to ring in, Aisha.
Golden Retriever.
That is also incorrect. It's a Labrador Retriever. Labrador Retriever. Next question. In the United States, April 15th is most commonly associated with which of these events? Mother's Day, the deadline for filing income tax returns, or the vernal equinox? Quentin.
The deadline for filing income tax.
You got it right. Math question. You should have a piece of paper and a pencil. Here's the question. Together, Anna and Beth collected 56 seashells. If Anna collected 3 times more shells than Beth, how many shells did Anna collect? The answer is 42. 42. We move on. From 1520 to 1566, Suleiman the Magnificent ruled which empire that is informally known as the Turkish Empire, even though it encompassed parts of Persia, Arabia, and Europe, as well as Turkey? Carter, Maranacook.
Ottoman Empire.
That is right. The TV series Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon are based on novels and stories by what American author? Eli?
R.R. Martin.
R.R. Martin, correct. The quote, "I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death," is attributed to what man in a speech he made as a delegate to the Second Virginia Convention in 1775? Eli again.
Patrick Henry.
Yes, you got it again. Oh, that's the end of the first round, and we've got a score of Maranacook 110, Fryeburg 20. Looks like we've got a great match brewing here. Don't go anywhere. We'll meet the players when we get back. Before we get to the head-to-head round, we like to pause and get to know our players a little bit with a slightly silly question. And the question is, what was the best trip you have ever been on? We'll start with Maranacook. Carter, what's your favorite trip ever?
Last summer, I went to Germany for a month. That was amazing.
Oh, wow.
I learned a lot of German, so that was probably my favorite.
Give me something in German.
Auf Wiedersehen.
And what does that mean?
Goodbye.
Goodbye?
Yep.
All right, well, what's hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello, Carter.
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. Sawyer, your turn.
It was probably when I went to upstate New York to see the American side of Niagara Falls with my family. It was really cool. It was a little bit rainy, though, which was unfortunate, but it was still really cool.
Yeah. Did you drive there?
Yes, we drove there.
That's a haul, isn't it?
Yeah, we have grandparents over there,
cool.
so.
Great. Sounds fun. Rocco, your turn.
2 summers ago, I went to Italy with my family, and I got to meet some long-lost relatives in the mountains of Campo Maggiore.
Was the food amazing?
Oh, it was spectacular.
Lights
So
out.
fresh.
Awesome. Eli, your turn.
So I actually also happened to go to Italy. I was part of a study abroad program last year, and so I went on a road trip with my host family down through southern Germany, and we got to see some of the castles, some of the mountains, and that was really special, amazing.
That was your favorite part,
Absolutely.
the castles?
Absolutely.
Cool. Thanks, Eli. Fryeburg, Quentin, what do you think?
My favorite trip was when I went to Washington, D.C. with my grandmother, and I got to go inside the White House.
Ooh, wow. Into the White House?
Yes.
How'd you get in?
We had to apply with tickets through Jared Golden and a bunch of our representatives.
Nice, nice. That's great. Aisha, your turn.
My favorite trip was when I went to Japan when I was 6 years old with my family, and I was able to experience the Japanese culture.
Ooh, did you like the food, or are you into that food?
When I went, I didn't like sushi, but now I love it. So
That's ironic,
it's kind of ironic, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. You didn't get a chance to take advantage of it when you were over there, probably. Lillian, what was your favorite trip?
A few years ago, it was my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary, and they brought my family and I to Hawaii for a week, and that was amazing. We stayed at a resort by the ocean in Honolulu.
Oh, nice. Did you just stay on Oahu, or did you get to any of the other islands?
My grandparents went to other islands, but we didn't.
But you saw, like, the world's most famous beach, Waikiki?
Yeah.
Nice. That's great. Peter, your turn.
Probably a road trip down to D.C.
You did that as well? Your family?
Yeah, just my mom and my sister. We stopped by Boston and Orange County.
Oh, cool. What was your favorite part of Washington, D.C. when you were there?
Probably just like the walkability and bikeability.
Yeah, it's very user-friendly, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like around here where you have to drive 30 minutes to get anywhere.
To get anywhere, exactly. All right, guys, thanks a lot. The head-to-head round is next, but let's see how well you do with our viewer question of the week.
Hi, I'm Paul Riley from Safety Insurance, and this is your viewer question of the week. A 10-digit telephone number includes the area code, followed by the exchange, which denotes a smaller area within the area code. What is Maine's lowest numbered telephone exchange? Keep track of your answers and tune in to the semifinals for part 2 of the viewer question challenge.
Okay, it's time for the head-to-head round. In this round, players will alternate facing off one-on-one right here at the desk. Correct answers are worth 10 points. Incorrect answers will cost you 10 points. We have 90 seconds on the clock. Players, are you ready? Here we go. Bucharest is the capital city of what Eastern European?
Hungary.
Incorrect. Romania. Children's author P.L. Travers wrote about what magical nanny who works for the Banks family? Mary Poppins. What former U.S. First Lady helped draft the 1948?
Eleanor Roosevelt.
That is correct. What organ in the human body produces a digestive fluid called bile?
Stomach.
Incorrect. Liver. Nearly 90% of the world's earthquakes occur along what ocean's ring of fire?
Pacific.
Pacific is right. The Industrial Revolution began in England in what century?
17th century.
You got to ring in if you want it.
18th century.
Correct. 18th century. What does the G stand for in Super G alpine skiing?
Giant.
Yes. The electric eel is native to what continent?
Oceania?
Incorrect. South America. In Major League Soccer, the abbreviation PK stands for what?
Penalty kick.
Yes. Atomic number 11 refers to what chemical element?
Sodium.
Correct. The Appalachian Trail extends from Maine in the north to what U.S. state in the south?
Georgia.
Correct. How many keys are on a full-size piano?
88.
88. Nice. What legislative body is referred to as the lower chamber of the U.S.?
House of Representatives.
That's right. The Great Depression began when the U.S. stock market crashed in what year? That's the end of the round. We've got a score of Maranacook 140, Fryeburg 50. The category round is next. Don't go away.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by
Sit up. Ready to learn? I'm a proud member of the Maine Education Association. English is my second language, and I am a teacher that teaches multilingual learners. My name is Nez Griffin, and I am MEA.
The Worthington Scholarship Foundation, dedicated to the success of Maine students by providing scholarships and personalized support throughout their college journeys. Application deadline is April 15th. worthingtonscholars.org.
live and work in Maine, providing resources to those who want to relocate, move within, or stay in Maine. Proud to sponsor High School Quiz Show Maine and thanking Maine's educators and schools for preparing the workforce of tomorrow.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Next up is the category round with the following choices. We have Flag Day, Out of This World, Going Pro, Don't Boo, Vote, The Plays, The Thing, and Animated Animals. Each team will alternate control of 2 categories. Questions have increasing point values. With each question, they can choose to answer it and either gain or lose points. They can skip it and neither gain nor lose points. Or once per category, they can toss it to the other team and force them to answer. Players will have 5 seconds to confer and decide what to do. Fryeburg, you're trailing right now, so you have control of the board. Peter, what category would you like to start with?
Flag.
Flag Day. These are going to be questions about national flags. Here's the first one. The national flag of which country has a red maple leaf at its center?
Canada.
Canada.
Canada is the right answer. Flag Day for 15. The flag of France is known as the tricolor because it has equal-sized vertical bands of 3 different colors. What are those 3 colors?
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue is correct. The national flag of Fiji has images of sugarcane, a coconut palm tree, bananas, and which bird that symbolizes peace?
The dove.
Dove.
Dove is also right. We're Flag Day for 25 now. One of the oldest national flags in the world is called the Dannebrog, a red flag with a large white cross that is the national flag of which Scandinavian country?
Denmark.
Denmark is the correct answer. Now we have Flag Day for 30, the last one. An image of which celestial object is depicted on the national flags of Argentina and Uruguay?
Sun.
Sun.
Sun is right. You swept the category. Nice job, Fryeburg. We're over to Maranacook now. What's your category going to be? Rocco?
We're going to go with Don't Boo, Vote.
Don't boo, vote. These are questions about U.S. presidential elections. Here's the first one. Which former president of the United States gave a speech at the 2016 Democratic National Convention where he told the audience, don't boo, vote, when they expressed their feelings about one of the presidential nominees?
Obama.
Obama is the right answer. Don't boo, vote for 15. Proposed by Representative Gene Green of Texas, but not yet adopted, the Every Vote Counts Amendment would abolish what group of 538 people who have a direct effect on the outcome of U.S. presidential elections?
Electoral College.
That's also right. Don't boo, vote for 20. The first televised presidential debate took place in 1960. One of those candidates was elected in 1960, and the other would be elected in 1968. Name both of these former presidents.
JFK and Nixon.
Yeah, you nailed it. Nice job. Don't boo, vote for 25. Which former president of the United States won his first term in 1884, lost to Benjamin Harrison in 1888, and then became president for the second time by defeating Benjamin Harrison in 1892?
Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland, also right. Don't boo, vote for 30. This is the last one in the category. Even though at age 34, she wasn't old enough to hold the office, what woman ran for president of the United States as a candidate from the Equal Rights Party against Ulysses S. Grant in 1872?
Toss.
You want to toss that one over to Fryeburg? Okay, so I'll reread the question for you guys. Here it is. Even though at age 34, she wasn't old enough to hold the office, what woman ran for president of the United States as a candidate from the Equal Rights Party against Ulysses S. Grant in 1872?
I think we're going to... Oh, we have to.
Yeah.
You have to answer it, unfortunately, Peter.
No idea.
Hillary Clinton.
I mean, it's worth a guess, right? The answer is Woodhull. Woodhull. Yeah. All right, that's the end of the category for Maranacook. Peter, we're back to you for your second category.
We're going to go with Going Pro.
Going Pro, all right. These are all, let's see, all of your answers will begin with the letters P-R-O. And here's the first question. What literary term beginning with P-R-O comes from the Greek word for actor and refers to the main character of a story?
Protagonist.
Protagonist, nice job. Going Pro for 15. In business, public companies issue a quarterly financial statement known as a P&L. In this context, what does the P&L stand for? So you can either answer or you can skip it or you can toss it. You want to skip it. Okay, the answer is profit and loss. Going pro for 20. Often associated with statistics and math, what PRO word refers to the likelihood of an event occurring, such as a coin flip landing on heads?
Probability.
Probability is right. Going pro for 25. What term that refers to false ideas or narratives that are spread intentionally to help your cause or harm your opponent's cause comes from a Latin word that relates to a way to grow plants?
Propaganda.
Propaganda. Nice job again. Going pro for 30, the last one. In a criminal trial, what term that begins with PRO refers to the attorney that presents and argues a case against a defendant accused of a crime?
Prosecutor.
One more time.
Prosecution.
Prosecution.
Prosecutor.
Am I hearing that correctly? Both are correct. All right, great. Nice job. Sorry about that, Peter. We're going to go back over to Maranacook for your last category in the round.
We're going to do animated animals.
Animated animals. These are going to be questions about animated animal characters. Jack Black provides the voice of Poe in a series of movies about what kind of animal who's a huge fan of martial arts?
Panda.
Panda is right. Animated animals, 15. In the Madagascar film franchise, Chris Rock voices the character of Marty, who is what kind of equine animal?
Zebra.
Zebra is right. Nice. Animated animals for 20. Most of SpongeBob SquarePants' animal friends are sea creatures, but not Sandy Cheeks, who lives underwater in a tree dome because she's what kind of land animal who likes to be around trees?
Squirrel.
Squirrel, right. Animated animals, 25. In a 2017 animated film based on a classic children's book by Monroe Leaf, the title character is a young bull who would rather relax in a field of flowers than learn how to fight. What is the name of that bull?
Ferdinand.
Yes. Animated animals for 30. Oana and her little brother Baba are what kind of seabirds who live on a remote island off the coast of Ireland in an animated TV series? What would you like to do? Skip, toss, answer?
We'll skip.
You want to skip it? The answer is puffins. Puffins. So that wraps up our category round. We have a score. Maranacook 280. Fryeburg's come back a little bit. They're at 205, and anything can change in the lightning round. So sit tight. We'll be right back. Okay, here it is. We're heading into the final 90 seconds of gameplay, the lightning round. Players, you do not have to wait for me to finish the question. You can buzz in anytime, but do not answer until I call your name. You get 20 points for each correct answer. Incorrect answers will cost you 20, and the other team does not get a chance to answer. Our clock is set. Good luck, both teams. Here we go. In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy lives on a farm in which U.S. state?
Kansas.
Kansas is right. Granny Smith and Macintosh are...
Apples.
Apples is right, Sawyer. Which digestive organ secretes pepsin to break down protein?
Liver.
Peter on the
Stomach.
end. Stomach is right. Which English king issued the Magna Carta in the year 1215? King John. December 7, 1941 is the...
Or not.
Quentin. Quentin.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Pearl Harbor. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? Asia.
Omega.
One more time.
Omega.
Omega. Wait for me to answer your name or tell your name. A dodecagon is a polygon with how many sides?
12.
Carter. 12, yes. Odette and Odile are principal roles in what Tchaikovsky ballet? Swan Lake. Which hydrogen isotope takes its name from the Greek for second place? Asia.
Deuterium.
Deuterium, yes. Maine observes Indigenous Peoples Day on the second Monday of which month? Quentin.
October.
October, yes. Which state in the southern U.S. was named in honor of King of France? Quentin again.
Louisiana.
Louisiana. The Brandenburg Gate is located in which European?
Germany. Berlin.
That would be Eli. What's the answer?
Germany.
Germany is incorrect. The answer is Berlin. We have a final score of Fryeburg with 305 points. They'll be moving on to the quarterfinals in a few weeks. Our runner-up, Maranacook, you had 300 points. So close. Obviously, you both played great. Congratulations to both of you. Be sure to tune in next time as Morse takes on Orono. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by Energy is about more than just keeping the lights on. It's about living life. As parents, friends, and teammates, Unitil is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine. Unitil, more than a utility, part of your community.
Home renovations can increase the value of your home. Safety Insurance offers a variety of home insurance products to cover your home's increased value. You can ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. Safety Insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been dedicated to keeping New Englanders at the heart of what they do. That means investing in communities they serve and supporting families and businesses. You matter more.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.